Hello all, welcome to the third session of the fundamental series. In this episode, we are going to talk about unit conversion, right, or the conversion of units. This is again a very important concept which comes into play in different word problems, in different geometry problems, and so on and so forth, right? As we know, every entity can be measured in different units, right? For example, length. We can measure that in kilometers, centimeters, meters, miles, inches, feet, and so on and so forth, right? Similarly, time. We can measure that in seconds, in minutes, and so on, right? And there will be situations, especially in math world, wherein we should have the ability to be able to convert from one unit to other with confidence and with ease. So let's say we have 600 miles per hour and we have to convert that into kilometers per minute, right? So clearly this is a composite entity, speed, right, which has two entities, the length in the numerator side and the time in the denominator, correct? So the way to convert such type of entities would be to do the numerator separately, to do the denominator separately. Let's see what I mean by that. We know that 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers, right? Okay, so 600 miles per hour, or we can say 1 hour, right, is equal to 600 times 1.6 kilometers. We have converted the miles into kilometers because 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers, hence 600 miles will be equal to 600 times 1.6 kilometers. Divided by, now we want minutes in the denominator. We know 1 hour has 60 minutes, so 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, right? So essentially, we are dealing with the numerator kind of separately, denominator separately, and we see that we have got the unit of the speed which we were looking for, right? We wanted to convert this speed in terms of kilometers per minute, which is here. All we got to do is to just manage the numerical part here. So the numerical part, if we see, is this, right? 60 times 10 is 600. Of course, the unit is already changed to kilometers per minute, and 10 times 1.6 is 16. Hence, our answer would be 16 kilometers per minute. Essentially, 600 miles per hour is equivalent to 16 kilometers per minute. Again, just to quickly reiterate, all we are doing is we are tackling the unit at the numerator level separately, and we are tackling the unit at the denominator level separately, giving us what we were looking for. Let's look at another question. Let's say we have a square ABCD whose each side is 2 feet, and we have to find the area of this square in inches square, right? And 1 feet is equal to 12 inches. It's something which is given to us. So there are two ways in which we can look at this question, right? In the method 1, let's say we want to find the area of the square in feet square. Let's say 2 feet times 2 feet is 4 feet square, correct? That's the area of the square. Now we got to convert this feet square into inches square, right? We know 1 feet is equal to 12 inches, right? We square both sides, so we get 1 feet square is equal to 12 times 12 inches square, or 144 inches square, right? So we're converting feet square into inches square, and 1 feet square is coming out to be equal to 144 inches square. Now we convert the feet square into inches square by multiplying by 144, which gives us 576 inches square, right? So that's one way. That's one way in which we found the area of the square in feet square, and then we are converting feet square into inches square. We're not converting feet into inches, right? We're converting feet square into inches square. The method 2 could be that we convert this side into inches here itself, right? Because 1 feet is equal to 12 inches. So 2 feet will be equal to 2 times 12, which is 24 inches. Same thing here. So this side is also 24 inches. So now we have got the sides in inches directly to begin with, right? and hence the area of the square in inches square would be 24 inches times 24 inches, which is again 576 inches square, right? So no matter how we approach, obviously we get the same answer. But this is an important question. This is a very basic question, but it keeps on coming in different word problems. And the thing which we have to kind of keep in mind is that we are not converting feet into inches. We are converting feet square into inches square. So whenever there is a situation like this wherein we are converting the area or the volume, we have to take care of this fact. Let's take another quick example. Let's say we have a cylinder whose volume is given to be 0.01 meter cube, and we have to convert that into centimeter cube, right? And 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter is something which is given to us, right? Again, with the same logic as we saw in the previous example, the volume is given to be 0.01 meter cube. Now, meter cube is nothing but meter times meter times meter, right? So we can actually write it like this: meter times meter times meter, correct? Now essentially we have to convert each of these meters into centimeter. So 0.01 times 100 centimeter coming from here, 100 centimeter coming from here, and 100 centimeter coming from here, correct? Centimeter times centimeter times centimeter is centimeter cube. So we have got our desired unit, centimeter cube. All we have to do is to take care of the numerical part. The numerical part is nothing but 0.01 times 100 times 100 times 100, which is equal to 10,000, right? We have seen in the previous session how to deal with decimals, right? So when we multiply this decimal by 100, the decimal moves to the number of zeros to the right. So here we have 2 zeros, so it moves to the right by 2. So essentially these two become 1, right? And 100 times 100 is 10,000. So essentially the volume of this cylinder in centimeter cube comes out to be 10,000 centimeter cube. Hopefully you got a good idea in terms of how do we deal with conversion of units, right? And essentially when there are multiple units, we deal with each of the units kind of independently, right? Also we saw that in terms of things like areas or volumes, right? We have to be a little careful when we are converting the units. If you have any questions, please do feel free to reach out to us at info.mathleaks@gmail.com. See you in the next session.